We are making cute clothes for summer together. This is my series where we self-draft our clothes for summer. We don't need patterns that are difficult and instructions that are hard to follow, but just fun and easy projects you can do in one afternoon and then going out in the top later that evening. So let's go. We will be using the full width of the fabric, which was for me 140 centimeters, to create lots of volume in this top. That's what I did, and it looks really full and flowy. For the lengths, I wanted my top to be 45 centimeters long, measured from the top of my chest to where I want it to fall. To that number you add 2 centimeters for the top tundle, for the elastic cord, 2 centimeters for the bottom hem, and 7 centimeters for the top ruffle part. So in total you have 45 plus 2 plus 2 plus 7 is 56 centimeters for me. Pro tip for cutting the fabric is that you fold it in half, so you have one piece of 70 centimeters wide, that is 140 centimeters divided by 2, and then cut it to your needed length. For me that was 56. So you fold it in half. Most fabric is already folded in half on the roll, so just leave it like that. Make sure that this lines up, this side, the open side, because that means that it's straight. The bottom might not be straight, but we fix that later. Like that. Perfect. Something to measure with that is a straight line. I also have measurement tape because the fabric is double. Let's make that 70. It doesn't matter that much because that is the part that is going to ruffle, and you will not see a centimeter of difference. 70, and that actually is almost at the end. I'm marking it also here, and then I like to get my rectangle, so I'm gonna use pins. So this is the part where it is 70, and then this is the part where I need 59 centimeters. As you can see, it's not straight at all, so I will need to make it straight afterwards. So this is 40, and then I need 19. And that will be here. And here. So we now measured our rectangle. This line is 70 and this line is 59. And this should be straight as well. I'm just cutting it off in a straight line after I cut it, this one and that one. And you can now just cut right over there and right over there because we included all the seams. We mark the measurements. So the first one is the 2 centimeters, and I just make a little cut there. Then you lower your measuring tape where you mark the 2 centimeters, and you then will mark 7, and then you will lower your measuring tape again, mark 7, then lower again and mark 5. Perfect. Okay, to make it easier for sewing later, we are going to press all the seams. So you'll have the little cuts we made. You're going to press the 2 centimeters and just do it like that. Then you fold over to the first 7 and press that one as well. Okay, so I iron this 2 centimeters in and then the 7. Now I'm pinning this. And now you are sewing. Using this as my guide, where the fold line is, there is this part of my foot, and then just sewing across that line and unpinning my pins. Looks really good. This will be the inside, but I love the finish of how this will be looking. Still this loose part that you folded over, but we are going to stitch right above that now, so it's secured and you have your tunnel inside of this seam. So, and that actually is pretty easy. Okay, now using that line we just sewed as a guide, you place your foot right beside that line and now move your needle all the way to the right. So the gap between the needle and the yarn will be 1 centimeter, and that's enough for the elastic thread to go through. And now you just sew same way as you did before. Make sure to go back and forth in the beginning. And you see me just guiding alongside this line. Now we have created our tunnel. In here, between those 2 lines is your tunnel. You can go in here with your elastic. Going to put through the elastic through the tunnel. We will mark 5 centimeters below because there is our other ruffle coming, but when you put through the elastic before that, it will be ruffled and it will be hard to measure. So we do that first. I'm gonna use pins again. So you just measure from the fold 5 centimeters down, like that. If you have a different color of fabric or a different color of chalk or pen that you will see on the fabric, that is easier than the pins, but I don't have that right now, so I'm just doing it with the pins. You get your elastic and you want to measure that it feels comfortable but also stays on. If this is a relaxed fit, I don't pull the elastic right now. I want it to be way like this. So it's pretty. Okay, to add the elastic, we're first going to start with the one on 5 centimeters because we are adding it while sewing. It sounds difficult, it's not. I will show you the process, and then we will add the elastic in the top tunnel because the sewing while the ruffle already is in the top, it's way harder than doing that before. So first we sew the one on 5 centimeters. For this one, I show you the settings. Make sure it's on a zigzag stitch. When you sew on elastic thread, you want to use zigzag because that allows the elastic to stretch with the seam, and that's very important because otherwise you will just rip open the seam. So make sure it's on a zigzag stitch, is this sign. For me that's stitch 5, and I want to make it a little bit more wide, so I will put it on 3.5. And you can place it with a pin from mark till mark. So I'm now going right here, but I don't want it to be like this, but you're going to pull the elastic and then lower it to your point. And what that does is when I'm sewing it on, it will create a ruffle. So I will show you. Make sure to go back and forth, and from now pull the thread while sewing. Don't pull it all the way like this, but just give it a little bit of tension. And now we can add the elastic in the top part. So get a safety pin and put it on the elastic. Find the beginning and just go in there like that. And now use your fingers to go through. It is kind of a nice, patient job, so take your time. Now I'm at the end and I pinned it here so it wouldn't slip all the way through. So here you make sure to add a pin to attach the elastic and it will not go back inside, like that. Now we are going to put right sides together. So this is the right side and this is the right side, and then you just fold it in half so you will see the white elastic on the outside. Make sure those are layered on top of each other. Put a pin, put a pin here where you have your tunnel with the elastic. Ow. And the top part, pin it, and then add some more pins here. We are going to sew the side seams together. When you are at the part where the elastic is, go back and forth one more time to secure it a little bit better. Or 2 times. If you have an overlocker, you can overlock this seam. If you don't, make sure to put a zigzag stitch over it or just leave it like this. time to try it on and then see if we like the lengths or it needs alterations. I like the length. I like that's a little bit lower, but we need to hem the seam, so it will be 2 centimeters shorter than this. The bottom for the hemline, you're going to fold it twice, and we want to iron it first because that is easier for sewing, just as we saw at the top. So you fold it 1 centimeter in, iron that down, and then fold it over itself one more time. 1 centimeter, iron that, do that in the whole circle of the bottom, and then we sew it, and then the top is ready. Okay, I ironed it all down. One more time to the machine. For the settings, we are going for a wide stitch, so put this on the maximum on your machine. That looks the nicest for hemming bottoms. And now, because you did 1 centimeter, you can just use this as a guideline and you can feel it, but because it's 1 centimeter, you know you're on the right place with using the foot as a guide, and just go in a circle. So cool. I'm obsessed. So I hope you were able to recreate this for yourself, and if you did so, please send me pictures, let me know what you think of the tutorial, and yeah, I can't wait to see what you made.